So here in the next 48 hours, we're going to try to pack a little bit of the good, the bad, and the ugly all into our four-state weather. The good, well, that's today. The bad, that's going to be early tomorrow morning. The ugly, well, that'll be the heat wave with all the humidity headed our way for the weekend. Beautiful shot over 7th and range line. Love those low-lying clouds when they get like that. Just absolutely gorgeous with the sun kind of coming and going as the clouds move across right there. 77 degrees. Now, luckily, that humidity sinking all the way down to 54%. You'll notice that's going to be the big difference from today compared to what we'll have not only over the weekend, but also the beginning of next week. Humidity is going to be drastically increasing. So that 54%, that is a winner on a Thursday afternoon. Yet to see anybody get to 80, still holding on to some 79s there in Chanute. We see Nowata. It's 77. Look at all the 77s running not only through southwest Missouri, but then just track up to the north, make your way across the state line into southeast Kansas, and we run a slew of 77s there as well. As far as what we're looking at on the Skywatch Storm Tracker, everything hanging out to our northwest, and it's just going to be pretty static. It'll just stay there for the most part. No lightning involved with that, no storm reports. We do see a little pocket of heavy rain up there in between Concordia and Salina. What we will see is this thing grow north and south. And it's just going to hang on the west side of I-35 as it develops, kind of leave us alone for the most part. And we actually don't have any watches or warnings associated with that. Do want to point out what we've got cooking out on the west coast right here. You see the pink and the orange. Well, those are excessive heat warnings because all of this heat right here that is causing those excessive heat warnings and whatnot, well, eventually it's going to make its way toward us. And that's what's going to cause the massive mid-June heat up that we'll have for next week. Our weather trend for this Thursday, like I said, we'll go around 81, 82 degrees. Certainly not too bad. But then as we get into late tonight and early tomorrow morning, here it rolls. And when it rolls through, yep, that's going to increase our chances for flooding coming off of what we've already had for 3 out of our 4 days, especially our mornings this week. And then continue to go through until about, say 9:30, 10:30 until it kicks off to the east. Now, after that, we warm back up into the 80s. So you would think a system like this would take a whole lot of the moisture with it, kind of leave us alone humidity-wise. Well, that's not necessarily going to be the case. And it's also going to increase our threat of high wind and also, too, even the shot of hail. So when we get to the 7-day forecast here, what we've got after Friday's storms, mild, if not normal, temperatures on Friday, but then Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our outdoor activity forecast. We'll come back to our 7-day here in a second. But our outdoor activity forecast, this is why Tanya and I were talking about getting anything you want done today. That should actually read excellent in that good category because Friday, yeah, it's going to be so wet in the morning. It's going to stick around for the afternoon. But Saturday and Sunday in the fair category. Well, here's why. You're not going to have to fight the rain, but if you want to get outside on Saturday and Sunday, we're going to creep up into the old oppressive category on the muggy meter. Yeah, that's that humidity lingering around. So when we talk about what it's actually going to feel like on Saturday and Sunday when we put into effect the temperatures, we're easily going to be cruising into, about 95 to 97 degree territory heat index wise from Sunday all the way through next week, Tanya.
Yeah.
It's not like this is a one-shot deal heat wise. Once this thing gets off the West Coast and gets into the Midwest, it's going to settle over us pretty well.
What I am noticing is a stretch of dry days.
Yes, yeah, that will not be a factor. Yeah, the humidity will be a factor. The instability, that'll help us out a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Michael.